Hey everyone, it's Brennan. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another video. Today we are starting a spooky October readathon vlog. This readathon I am co-hosting with Sahar from Basically Bookish Reads, Haley from Haley Hughes, Caroline from Caroline Johnson, Savannah from Riveting Reads, and Meredith from Meredith Reads. And I will be the first person to tell you I have fallen behind on this readathon. It is October 20th. This readathon is for the entire month of October, and I have not done a lot of work on my TBR. We'll talk about that. We'll get some books read, but it just might not be very many. That's okay. October's been a super busy month for me with school and work, but you know, I defend my thesis this coming Monday. Today's Wednesday. I defend it on October 25th. By the time you see this vlog, I'll be done with that. That's super exciting. Give me a clap clap in the comments below. But yeah, we'll read some spooky books. Maybe we'll do a couple spookier things. I have a drink I want to make. We'll do that here in a second. But let's talk about this TBR. So the prompts, we have 5 prompts and a buddy read. That buddy read, it's In My Dreams I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead. I had checked it out. Okay, no, I put my hold in at the library weeks ago and it still says I have like 4 weeks left until I get it. So, you know, maybe I'll see that book this month. Probably I won't. That's okay. Our 5 other prompts are read a dark academia type book, read a book by a BIPOC author, read a book with morally gray characters, read a book featuring witchcraft or folklore, and read a book featuring Halloween elements. I have done some work on one of those prompts. I am like halfway through The X-Hex by Erin Sterling. Loving this. This is just so fun. It is a Halloween witch themed romance. Like I said, it's a lot of fun. The chapters are so short. I honestly feel like I haven't put a lot of time into this book, but I'm already 200 pages in. It's so fun. Let me show you my cute bookmark. Look at these Halloween cupcakes. Is that not adorable? I got this from Etsy. I think it's A Stranger Dream is the store. Super cute bookmark. So yes, loving this book. This is also the Sugar and Spice book club pick for October. I would totally get this book read for the readathon, but it might be all that I do. We'll see. We'll see. My brain just has not been able to like physically read books. I've been listening to some audiobooks, but I just don't have any of like these my like Halloween spooky spooktober readathon books on audio. But speaking of spooktober, so we found out that there's another channel here in the book world. Her channel is Escaping Through Novels. Her name is Rylanne, and she does a spooktober readathon also. We did not know that, so sorry. So super exciting to find that out. There's another spooky October themed readathon going on. I will link her channel below if you want to check that out. But what other books do I think I'm gonna get read? I kind of really want to read, where is it? The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones. I've had this on my shelf for like probably a year. I probably bought it around this time last year. I think it's pretty short. I think it's less than 300 pages. That's great. That's what we need for this. But this would be for the BIPOC author prompt. This one and the witchy one are the ones that I like really want to complete, and I've heard great things about this. This is like horror and it follows Native American men, and I think they disturb a spirit that is out to get them, and I've heard it's pretty graphic, and I love the cover of it. It's just very appealing, and it's like the soft, more matte covers. I like that a lot. Totally doesn't matter to some people, but it's something I appreciate. This is another one I want to pick up. Hopefully I can do it. When I pick up a physical book, I just get scared. I'm just not very good at reading physical books. Much better with the ebooks and the audiobooks. Speaking of audiobooks, this is totally like not related. This is just life related, and I haven't been filming a lot of videos. I've just been listening to a ton of historical romances. I say a ton. I've listened to like 3 this month, and they're all in the same series, and they're all just like very average and very 3-star, but it's what my brain wants. Like, I've been needing something that it doesn't hurt me to not pay like 100% full attention to. So I've been reading some, I think it's Julia London is the author. The series is the Desperate Debutantes series, and it's been like totally adequate for my ear and brain entertainment. So that's what I've been doing this month. If you've wondered how I haven't done hardly anything for this readathon by October 20th. Also, we have reading sprints tonight, so at least I might can finish the X-Hex. That would be super exciting. And I will think about some other books that I want to do for my TBR, but first I want to make this is totally not like me. I'm usually a black coffee person, like just give me some black coffee, I'm fine, that's what I drink in the mornings. But my friend Bethany, this is just totally another tangent. My office at work, so I work in a hospital, and the other dietitians that I work with, we've just all become similar people, which is great. It makes me love going to work. But we just read a lot, and Bethany, one of my friends at work, has started a book talk. So I'm gonna link her book talk below because it's really funny. So now I've also started a book talk, and now we read the same books, and now we drink the same drinks. It's kind of alarming. So we're going to make a chai tea latte with pumpkin cold foam. We're going to do that here right now. I bought the stuff to make pumpkin cold foam at home. It's a Starbucks drink, but it's like $6. So let's make it at home. We'll see how it turns out. Bethany made it on her TikTok the other day, and it looked so good, and she said it was even better than the Starbucks version. So let's do that. That will be a fun, spooky thing. Yeah, super spooky. That'll be a fun fall, autumn, autumnal activity for us to do together. I have a question for you book friends. Is it boring that I'm always in the same spot when I film these updates? It just gets the best lighting. So I have an update for you. I finished the X-Hex by Erin Sterling. I don't know if Erin Sterling is the pen name or if Rachel Hawkins is the pen name, because it says Erin Sterling also writes as Rachel Hawkins, and she wrote that The Wife Upstairs book. It's on my shelf somewhere behind me. I haven't read it, but it's a thriller, and we're not talking about that. We're talking about the X-Hex. This book was so much fun. I ended up giving it 4 stars. It's going to count as my witchy prompt and my Halloween prompt because witches are Halloweeny. Also in this book, they have a festival that is happening around Halloween, but then the main events of this book do take place on Halloween, I believe. But I can't say much about this book other than it was a really fun time. Really, it was quite lighthearted for a spooky romance. There was at one point when they were in a haunted house that I was feeling a little bit scared, like just a little bit scared. So there are ghosts and there are paranormal stuff in here, but it's very fun. And our guy character, Reese, he is just very much, I don't know if he deflects. I think he deflects personal involvement in things by being funny. So he has that whole like persona about him that just makes this a pretty lighthearted read. It was fun. What I wish, so this is a second chance romance, and they ended up doing the second chance pretty early in here. So the culmination wasn't really them getting together because they had already gotten together. And I kind of like when my books end with the togetherness. Anyway, this book was really fun, and listen to this. I've already finished another book, and I better because we are in the last week. Today is Monday, October 25th. Halloween is this weekend, so we are in the last week of Spooktober. So I already finished another book, and it is the book that I decided to do for my Morally Gray prompt, and that was Finlay Donovan is Killing It. And that book, I know you've seen the cover, but the book is by L. Cosimano. I listened to that book on audio. It was so good. I just finished it this morning. I gave it 5 stars. It is like suspenseful. It is fast-paced. It is actiony. Let me tell you what it's about. So Finlay is an author. She writes romantic suspense books, and she's meeting with her publisher at a Panera Bread, and a woman happens to overhear them talking about the plot of her book, and that woman mistakes Finlay for a hit woman. And she asks Finlay to kill her husband. And it just all ensues from there. And Finlay's going through a divorce. She is really living paycheck to paycheck, and her paychecks have stopped, if you know what I mean. She needs some money, and she is thinking about it. And this book is just so fun. It was fun the whole time. I loved that the plot just got started right away. I loved our characters. She kind of gets into cahoots with her babysitter. It's just a great time. There's some mafia stuff. And there's a second book coming out. It comes out it's next year. I think it's early next year. And I'm super excited about it. If I had it right now, I would start it. So 5 stars for my morally gray prompt. And then I have the dust jacket here for The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones. I think I talked about this in a previous clip. This is what I'm reading for my BIPOC prompt. And this is hopefully the next book on my list, but also I have the audio for They Never Learn. And that book is by, I really don't know authors today, Lane Fargo. So I also have the audio for They Never Learn, and truly, I may end up finishing it first. But this is a dark academia type thriller, and I think we have a female serial killer, and she's killing people. I forget her reason. I don't know a lot about this book other than a lot of people really, really like it, and I'm super excited. So 3 prompts down, 2 to go. Still haven't gotten the hold for the group book, which is In My Dreams I Hold Enough by Ashley Winstead. Maybe I've remembered that one. But yeah, hopefully I get that soon, but I probably won't finish it for this vlog. Just know it's on my radar. Hi, hello, we're trying a different angle. I don't know, I just want to switch it up. I don't want you all to see my videos and they're only in one spot. My cat just left me. So yeah, instead of over there by those bookshelves, we're going to film from the couch. I apologize if this is like shaky because I'm holding my camera. Anyway, I have already finished They Never Learn. Like, I'm pretty sure I updated you yesterday, or maybe the day before, but I listened to that audiobook in like 24 hours. It was so good and I couldn't put it down. I ended up giving it 5 stars because it had one of my key, I won't say a requirement, but a component that I love in thrillers is a good twist at the 50% mark. Now, let me tell you, Jessica from Peace Love Books, XO, she read this book, which, you know, it's not like her typical genre, but she also said it was comparable to some romantic suspense that she's read, and she said that she had seen better romantic suspense, and she also said that she saw the twist coming the whole time. And I'm here to tell you that I don't know if I'm just incredibly gullible. I am a little bit, but you know, that's okay because it lets me always be surprised in my books. So did not see the twist coming in the middle. Loved that. Ate that up. But I think I told you that this was about a teacher on a campus who likes to kill people. So she's a professor, like she's a PhD professor of literature at this college, and she takes it upon herself. One, she just likes to murder people. Like, she will straight up tell you. She just likes to murder people. She gets the urge to kill people, so she does it. So she picks victims who are men, and they have always committed crimes against women, or they are just like generally unpleasant men for women to be around. So there's a lot of talk about sexual abuse and how difficult it is for women to report sometimes. So she just kind of handles those people. And I will tell you, from probably the 20% mark, I was rooting for her to kill everyone. There are so many like unpleasant characters in this, but it's very nice. And like I said, a romance booktuber called this romantic suspense, and there were definitely relationships. There's a couple relationships, I guess you would say, in this, but I did not feel like it was incredibly romantic. I mean, the subject matter, but I really liked this. Loved how it ended. I was sweating at the end. I was so nervous, but very satisfying ending. Loved it. So another book down, and now I can talk to you about The Dust Jacket is Off, but this is The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones. So I'm only a few pages into this, like maybe 25 pages into this, and I'm not sure what's happening so far, but I've heard a lot of talk about this, and I know that this group of Native American men, when they were younger, maybe, they killed an elk. And I think that elk is gonna come back to get them as like a Native American spirit. I think. Someone may have died in the first chapter, but I'm not sure. This is a really short book though, so I'm kind of worried that I'm like 30 pages in and I'm like kind of confused. But the atmosphere is great. We started out in South Dakota and it was like really cold, and that was very pleasant for me. I like a good atmosphere. So I'm not very far into this, but I am going to pick it up. What other book? Is that the last book on my TBR? I guess that's the last soft book on my TBR, but the hard stop is going to be the group book, which I finally got from the library. So I now have the e-copy of In My Dreams I Hold Enough by Ashley Winstead. So I'm super excited to pick it up. I think it may also be Dark Academia, so that's just the theme for the vlog, which is fun because we had a Dark Academia prompt. And honestly, I think I mentioned the X-Hex even could have counted for that Dark Academia prompt. I almost think that except for the BIPOC prompt, the X-Hex could have counted for all of them. But great books so far. I gave the X-Hex 4 stars, and then the other two thrillers that I've read, 5 stars. Finlay, Donovan, great. They never learn. Great. Having a great time. And it's super gloomy outside, so it's great reading weather. I've got a nice beverage. It is rooibos tea. Is that how you say it? I'm going to say rooibos tea and milk. Frothed milk, of course. I got my cats. So really, I should, do some homework, but I might sneak in a little bit of reading. Hello, I am here to wrap up this reading vlog. October's over, Spooktober's over. Again, check out Rylanne's channel. I will link it down below. I finished almost all the books on my TBR except my physical book by Stephen Graham Jones, The Only Good Indians. I am just not good at reading physical books. This is something that I want to change about myself, something I feel like I can change about myself. Anyway, I did finish In My Dreams I Hold Enough by Ashley Winstead, and I ended up really liking it. I felt kind of put off a little bit at the beginning just because it was like pretty romantic. And I don't know why that put me off. It's almost like I wanted to focus more. I just wanted to know more about the story than these like side relationship triangles. I wanted to know about the murder, please. And speaking of the murder, I guessed the murderer, which I like never do, but I just had a thought like probably a third of the way into the book. I was like, it's probably this person, isn't it? And it was that person. And I never do that. I'm just usually not good at guessing twists. I'm just like always here to experience them, never here to pick them out. But I did it, and I don't know if that's good. But anyway, I gave it 4 stars. I liked it a lot, and I read it really compulsively. Like I really wanted to know what happened. And I know Caroline from Caroline Johnson loved this book. So I'm really glad I read it. My library loan was what pushed me through. So thank you to the Lexington Public Library. So yeah, still, I'm about 100 pages into The Only Good Indians. I'm kind of confused, but I think I'm supposed to be, probably. I mean, it's a horror thriller type book, so we're here for the ride. But I had a really good October. It was a good month. I read some good books. Not a lot of books, but I read some good books. I think I had 3 3-stars, a 4-star, and then the rest were 5 stars out of like 9 books. So 5 5-star books, 5 5-star books in October. We'll talk more about that in my October wrap-up, which will eventually be up on this channel. And yeah, I'm just excited for school to be wrapping up and for me to get to film videos more often and consistently. And if you made it this far in the video, leave me a pumpkin emoji below. It's not pumpkin season anymore, but that doesn't mean anything here. And let me know what your favorite book you read in October was. I would love to know. I love to know book things about people. Anyway, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one.